Okay, we will continue. Okay, we will continue. Okay, by the person of the law, if you look on here, you should understand that. Okay, you should understand that the aspect of which employ the force of organized society to regulate individual growth, conduct, to prevent or redress or punish deviation from prescribed social norms. That means that on the perspective who practice the law, they say that employ the force of organized society first, regulate individual groups' conduct, and prevent, redress, or punish deviation from prescribed social norms. This is on the view of the who have practiced the law. And then the aims of the law or objective of the law is establishing standards. There's a standards that we have. So the standards is through a legislative body. Why say that legislative body? Okay, because you must understand, the law is the guidepost for minimally acceptable behavior in society. Acceptable behavior. And then who have determined the law is the legislative body, because legislative body is making law. So executive body is execute the law. The judiciary just enforce the law. So this you must understand. In Malaysia, we have a federal constitutions, we have state law, and then we have a local government rules and regulations. Okay, get me? And then the second one is the maintaining order. Maintaining order is an offshoot of the establishing SF. This is an offshoot of establishing standards. Maintaining order must. That means that establishing standards. Establishing the standard. We want to maintain the orders. So what happens? Because you understand, it reflected when law is enforced, provide order consistent with society guideline. Get me or not? Reflected. When you want to know why, because when enforced the law, provide order consistent with society guideline. That is the second, maintaining order. Maintaining order. The first one is establishing standard. The third one is resolving dispute. So the law are using to resolve the dispute. Why? Because to avoid the society become chaos. And then you must understand different needs, different wants, different values, different views. So the law provides a formal means for resolving dispute in the court systems. So there's a federal court systems, and then there's a state. Okay, state. And then the state and the federal is a separate. You must understand that. Okay, we have the when you think about the court, we have a federal court, appeal court, federal court, appeal court. So these two, federal court, appeal court. Okay. Below federal court, the appeal court is the high court. So high court. So the federal court is equitably to the appeal court. It's equitably. And then below. That means that this, and then below, high court, session court, magistrate court. Okay. So that means that we have a federal court, appeal court, high court, session court, magistrate court. This is on the federal. In the federal state, in the federal government. Regarding the state is the Sharia court. And then in Sabah Sarawak, there's some of the Mahkamah Adat. Okay, Mahkamah Adat, and then there's also juvenile court, and then there's also a tribunal court. That one is below than magistrate court. Okay, and then this court will resolve what the dispute. Maksudnya mahkamah ni akan menyelesaikan apakah pertikaian. Because each court is resolve each dispute regarding the terms of, let's say, hukuman, denda, that means that. So setiap mahkamah ada kuasa dari segi hukuman, denda dan sebagainya. Get me or not? Clear? Okay. And then protecting liberties and rights. This is most important because the court, okay, the court must enforce the law. So the law is from the constitutions. So the constitutions provide for various liberty and rights. A purpose and functions of the law is to protect these various liberty and rights from violations or unreasonable intrusions by persons, organizations, or governments. That means that you must get me, okay? Perundangan yang kita ambil daripada Perlembagaan Persekutuan melindungi hak dan kebebasan. Betul, it's right. But setiap hak kebebasan ini ada had dan caranya, supaya tidak ada sesiapa yang boleh mencaburi ataupun tidak siapa yang boleh melanggar. That means that, okay? So it's a protecting liberties and right. Okay, protecting liberties and right. So when you look on here, the aim is for establishing standard, maintaining order, resolve dispute, protecting liberties and right. There's a 4 aims or 4 objective. 4 objective. Okay. So when you look on here, our law is from Britain. It's from Britain. So our law is almost like India, because India also using the English law. We also English law. Okay. In the world lah. Okay. So the source of law, if you see that, okay, you see that the source of law, the source of law, if you see that the source of Malaysian law, historical source, legal source, textbook authority, then from there you will know that the historical law must have a written law. The legal source of law and the textbook authority law must have a unwritten law. That means that there's a two-way, written law, unwritten law, and then there's another one. The source is a Muslim law. It's a Muslim law. So what does that means then? Okay, I will explain for you more. Okay. Custom. The first one is a custom. Custom provides raw material for many law in many society. In the early part of the human civilizations, people live with regulation by custom and practice. So that means that this will be a written law. It's a common law. Okay, common law, unwritten law. So custom is a depend on the historical source. Custom is a historical source, and then they are unwritten. So this one we call it common law. Common law in UK are accepted, but in Malaysia, since our independence, there's no any common law using. And then religions. Okay. Religions. In the West, government have enacted many laws which are rooted in the Bible or in Protestant ethic. Okay. This one is using in UK, but for Malaysia, The religion law are rooted in Quran and Sunnah. It's a Muslim law. So the Muslim law is called a textbook and authorities. Textbook and authorities. Because Muslim law is rooted in Quran and Sunnah. It's a textbook and authorities. Already written, already been discussed by our scholars, religious scholars, ulama. Okay, and then they also give the fatwa, and we must follow. Okay. So like that, like we say that Islam prohibited the drinking of alcohol. So it's already written. It's already written in the Muslim law. Okay. And then adjudications. Education means that judge make law. Judge make law. So judge make law, that means that what means that? Okay. You must understand, huh? In many countries, when a case appears before a court, sometimes the judge does not find the appropriate law to deal with the case. It could be a new type of crime, or there is no specific law related to the crime. Under the situations, the judge has to reinterpret the law or create a new law to deal with the crime. Thus, a judge becomes a lawmaker. In modern times, judges in the higher courts contribute to the development and precision of the law. Get me or not? That means that this case, you must understand, this case was not, it's a new case. It's a new case. It's a new type of the law. Okay, saya terang. Kes ini adalah satu kes yang mana kes jenayah yang baru. Jadi, peguam dan mahkamah perlu menggunakan cara macam mana nak jatuhkan hukuman. Sebab dia adalah satu types of baru. So that a new type of crime. There's no specific law related to the crime. Jadi, macam mana mereka buat? So, mereka reinterpret the law or create a new law to deal with the crime. Let's say that macam ni ya. Okay, penipuan scammer. Penipuan scammer. So it's a new type of crime. That means that because scammer is a new type, so they must reinterpret the law. Okay. So we call it what? Kita panggil dia sebagai, we call it as a legal source. Legal source. So it's a written law. It's a written law. It's a written law. Legal source. And then we are going to other one is a juristic writing. There's also a legal the legal source is a written law. So the writing of great jurists and scholars are also regarded as important source of law. Okay, clear or not? After collecting, comparing, and logically arranging principle of custom, the great jurists and commenters lay down the guiding principle for possible case. That means that sometimes the common law, unwritten law, will be written back. So juristic writing, scientific commentaries. Okay, get me or not? Okay. And then the last one, the last one is legislations. Legislations, that means that, what's the regulations? So that means that the legislative making the law. So when the legislative making the law, we call it written law through the legislations. So there's a five source of law: custom, unwritten, historical source, religions is a written law from the textbook and authorities. Adjudications is a judge make the law, it's the written law. Okay. And then the fourth one is juristic writings. is regarding the custom. The writing of great jurists and scholars are also regarded as important source of law. After creating, comparing, logically arranging a principle of custom. That means that the custom is unwritten, now is a written back. And then there's a comment. So we call it juristic writing or scientific commentaries. And the last one is a legislations. It's through the legislative. Okay. So the types of law. If you see that the types of law is a 4 types of law: national law, international law, and then there's a constitutional law, and then there's a state law. So there's a 4 types of law. Okay. So when you're going to look on here, you might understand. Okay. You might understand. Public law, private law, international law. Okay. I'm already told to you there's a 4 types. Okay. Public law is the relation between individual and state. Relationship between individual and state. We call it the state law. Okay. We call it the state law. Okay. And then the private law is a relationship between the states and individuals. So we call it as a constitutional law. And then there's the international law. There's the international law. Constitutional law, state law, national law. Okay, national law. National law you must understand. Okay, national law. That means that national law have a criminal law, and then there also have a another thing is what? It's a also. Okay, saya cerita macam ni, kamu tak faham. Okay. Dalam perundangan kita ada 4 jenis: national law, okay, constitutional law, kita ada international law, and then kita ada state law. Okay, state law. Okay, saya cerita. State law ni maksudnya negeri. Is the public law. Maksudnya hubungan individu dengan state. Dalam public law ni juga kamu kena faham, dalam public law ada constitutional law, ada criminal law di bawah. Tetapi dalam satu lagi kita panggil private law. Okay. Private law is a relationship between the states and individuals. So, yang ini dipanggil sebagai private law. Satu lagi public law. Okay. Jadi kamu mesti tanya saya, okay, state law ni kita panggil public law. Betul? Sebab dia ada constitutional, dia melibatkan constitutional law, dia melibatkan criminal law sometimes. Okay. Tapi kamu kena faham, dalam state law ni kita ada perundangan Islam. Dalam perundangan Islam, criminal law ni tidak termasuk di dalam perundangan Islam. Jadi dia masuk dalam bahagian mana? So dia akan masuk di bahagian private law. Dalam private law ni kamu kena faham, dia relationship between states and individual. Relationship between state and individual. So, kenapa? Sebab dia melibatkan satu lagi, kamu kena faham, it's a constitutional law. Kenapa dia melibatkan constitutional law? Sebab dia melibatkan constitutional law sebabnya bila state dengan federal ada masalah, pergi ke constitutional law. Dan dia juga melibatkan individu dengan federal. So bila individu dengan federal, maka di situlah wujudnya criminal law. Tetapi kamu kena faham, dalam apa yang saya cerita ni, public law, private law ni adalah di bawah constitutional law. So maksudnya constitutional law ni adalah undang-undang tertinggi di negara kita. So constitutional law, Di bawah constitutional law ni dia ada state law, dia ada national law. Faham? Dalam state law ni pula dia ada relationship between individual and state. Maksudnya melibatkan hubungan individu dengan state. So dipanggil state law. Tapi dalam state law ni kamu kena faham, dia ni adalah ikut constitutional law. Sebab undang-undang constitutional law ni undang-undang tertinggi. Jadi bagaimana dengan jenayah yang berlaku di negeri? So jenayah berlaku di negeri ini tidak tertakluk sebab kita menggunakan perundangan Islam. So the criminal law is under the constitutional law. So criminal law ni under constitutional law, tapi dalam constitutional law kamu kena faham dia ada satu lagi bahagian di bawah tu adalah private law. Apa maksud private law? Private law ialah hubungan antara negeri dengan persekutuan, antara hubungan individu dengan persekutuan. Itu melibatkan constitutional law. Jadi kita sebenarnya ada constitutional law paling tinggi, kemudian kita ada di bawah dia ada national law, state law, national law, state law. Dan di bawah national and state law ni ada satu lagi law ialah international law. International law ni dia sudah terpisah daripada constitutional. Sebab tu bila kamu tengok di sini kamu akan pening. Sebabnya dalam ni dia kata dalam slide yang saya bagi kamu, dia kata national law ni ada constitutional law, ada ordinary law. Dalam ordinary law ni dia ada public law dan private law. Tapi kamu mesti tanya saya mana pergi state law. So tadi saya cerita dah bahawa dalam state law ni ada state law ada. Tapi state law tu di bawah public law. Private law is di bawah national law. So kedua-dua ni di bawah constitutional law. Okay, sebab undang kita paling tinggi. And then international law dia ada public international law and private international law. Okay. So kamu kena faham. Okay. Constitutional law adalah lay down the right of individual in the state. Deals with questions such as supremacy of parliament and rights of citizens. Itu maksudnya constitutional law. Deals with questions such as supremacy of parliaments and rights of citizens. Undang-undang perlembagaan persekutuan. Okay. And then criminal law is codifies the various offence committed by individual against the state, against the federals. Okay. And then you should understand that a body of law which is composed of to lay down principles and rules of conduct which the states feel themselves need to observe in regulating the relationship with others. Ini adalah negara dengan negara. So what it means that there's a public international law, the law that prevails between states. Private international law consists of the rules that guide a judge when the law of more than one country are involved in case. Ini adalah private international law. Ini adalah contohnya private international law ni macam pertikaian syarikat multiple national. Itu maksudnya. So private international law ni kamu kena faham, private international law ni selalu melibatkan apa? Trust and contract. Okay, concerned with that matters that affect the rights and duty of individual among themselves, contract, tort, and trust. Okay, contract, tort, and trust. Okay, so you should also ask me. Okay, what's a contract? What's a tort? What's a trust? Okay, we are going to the another one. What's the contract? I'll find for you. Wait. Okay. Contract is agreements. It's agreements. Contract is agreements between both parties. If one is say that salah satu pihak melanggar, maka satu pihak boleh menyaman. Tapi bila menyaman, contohnya syarikat-syarikat luar menyaman kepada kerajaan ataupun menyaman kepada individu tertentu, maka melibatkan private international law. Okey, tort ni adalah macam daripada perkataan torture lah. Okey. Contohnya kita melihat diskriminasi, layanan yang merupakan penderaan, yang itu memang boleh berlaku. Contohnya seperti penderaan amma. Okey, pembantu rumah Indonesia. Okey, kita ambil contoh. And then trust adalah macam kita buat satu perjanjian, selepas tu salah satu pihak khianat, so kita boleh sue balik. Contohnya apa beza antara kontrak dengan trust, kamu kena faham. Okey, kontrak ni contoh macam ni. Okey, macam ni lah kontrak. Contohnya mereka dah buat perjanjian. Okey, mereka dah buat perjanjian sekian hari, sekian masa, maka perjanjian tu mereka dah setuju bahawa pembayaran mengikut sekian. Apa yang berlaku ialah bila sampai masa, contohnya kamu beli barang daripada Shopee atau Lazada. Okey, kita dah beli barang dan barang tu daripada luar Malaysia. So bila barang tu dah sampai kepada kita, sebab kita dah setuju dah perjanjian semua tu, kita bayarlah kontrak kan. So kita beli barang tu, contohnya kita beli barang TV dan kita guna TV. Tiba-tiba dalam masa 2 tahun, dalam masa setahun TV tu rosak. Tak payah 2 tahun lah, setahun TV rosak. Dalam perjanjian itu dia kata TV tu waranti 3 tahun. Jadi tak sampai 3 tahun, contohnya TV rosak setahun ya, kita guna TV tu rosak, so kita pun menuntut ganti rugi. Tapi bila kita menuntut ganti rugi daripada syarikat luar ni, apa yang berlaku? Mereka tidak mahu membaiki dan tidak mahu untuk membayar ganti rugi. So apa yang berlaku seterusnya? Jadi ini dah kita kata melanggar kontrak. Sebab kontrak perjanjian kita beli barang tu, kita dah setuju. Dia kata TV tu garanti 5 tahun. Okey, kita pun dah setuju semua, kita pun dah ni. Tiba-tiba benda tu rosak tak sampai masa, so kita boleh sambang balik. Okay. Itu maksudnya kontrak. Okay. Trust ni macam ni. Trust macam ni. Okay, kita buat contoh trust ialah sewa rumah. Okay. Kita dah setuju nak sewa rumah, kita pun dah bayar deposit 3 bulan, bayar deposit api air. Kita pun duduk rumah tu, tak sampai 3 bulan kita pun pindah. Bila kita pindah, kita minta balik duit deposit, duit deposit sewa dengan duit deposit api air. Tetapi apa yang berlaku ialah tuan rumah tak bayar kepada kita. Tuan rumah tak nak bayar. Jadi itu maksudnya dia dah mengkhianati. So kita boleh sue. So ini kontrak dengan trust ni dia berbeza. Kontrak kita dalam perjanjian, masih dalam perjanjian, benda tu rosak, kita tuntut, dia tak nak bayar. Itu kontrak. Trust ni maksudnya kita dengan tuan rumah, okey? Kita tuan rumah dah setuju semua, dah bayar semua. Tapi bila sampai masa tuan rumah tak nak bayar pada kita, itu trust. Okey? Okay. So kamu kena faham di sini bahawa apa masalah di sini ialah, okey, apa masalah di sini ialah kamu kena faham. You should know the means of each. Okay. So I will going into deep. Okay. I go into the deep. Okay. Okay. Ordinary law have 2 types. Just now I said that you see on the slide. Ordinary law have 2 types: private law and public law. So private law refer to the relationship between individuals. Okay, between individuals. Ordinary law have 2 types. So kamu mesti tanya saya, ordinary law ni pula datang dari mana? Okay, ordinary law ini datang daripada constitutional law juga. Sebab dia ada undang-undang. Perundangan ini adalah perundangan biasa dah, di mana kita cerita balik kepada private law tadi. Okay, refer to relationship between individuals. Ini individuals. Tadi saya kata individuals with the kerajaan pusat, individuals with the kerajaan negeri. Okay, sekarang ni individu dengan individu. Okay, so individu dengan individu don't involve the state industry. Maksudnya tidak melibatkan mana-mana kerajaan negeri atau kerajaan persekutuan. So ini adalah ordinary law, private law. So ini kadang-kadang dipanggil sebagai contract, trust and tort. Sebaliknya dalam ordinary law ni, yang jenis kedua is a public law. It's a legal principle which govern the citizens' relation with the state. Ini yang lain pula. Ini adalah peraturan dan rules and regulations. Ini lebih pada rules and regulations. Contohnya PKPP, MCO, Movement Control Order, Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan. Ini pun sama, salah satu daripada macam mana kerajaan govern the citizen relationship with the state. Ini dikatakan kadang-kadang dipanggil sebagai penal law, di mana dihukum di bawah penal law. Okay. And then dalam tu kamu kena faham pula, kamu kena faham juga ada satu lagi yang perlu kita faham, administrative law. Administrative law ni contoh macam tribunal law. So dia kadang-kadang tidak melibatkan hakim mahkamah. Cuma dia berdasarkan keputusan yang lepas. And then kita ada satu lagi yang panggil general law, civil law dan criminal law. Itu masuklah, kamu boleh lihat. Okay. Jadi saya dah habis dah dengan, we already finished the types, objective. So kita akan pergi pada satu lagi. Okay, laws and morality. Okay. So apa beza antara law and morality? Law and morality. Okay. Law and morality are cross-related. Deal with human as a moral agent in society. Both complement each other. In making and implementing the laws, the state must receive obedience from the majority of citizens. Therefore, a state cannot pass a law that's immoral. Maksudnya badan legislatif tidak boleh pass a law that is immoral. Obedience to law will come only when the law is based on the moral sense of the society. And immoral law will be disobeyed by the citizens. Maksudnya kalau kita lihat di sini dalam satu perkataan mudah, an immoral law will be disobeyed the citizens. Maksudnya undang-undang bersifat penindasan. Undang-undang penindasan daripada kerajaan selalunya tidak akan dipatuhi oleh rakyat. Indeed, law must be based on the moral sense of the people. So kita kena tahu the differences between law and morality. Okay, it is not true that all law are based on morality. Kena faham? The first differences is it is not true that all laws are based on morality. Example, in most countries, people should drive on the left side of the road. This law nothing to do with the morality. Jadi di Malaysia kita pandu sebelah kiri ke kanan? Sebelah kanan. Boleh tak orang tu nak pandu sebelah kiri? Boleh. Tak ada kaitan dengan morality. Tetapi salah dari segi peraturan jalan raya. Clear not? Okay. And then scope of morality. Scope of morality is wider than law. By its nature, law can only control external acts of human and has nothing to do with the internal thoughts and motive. Faham? Maksudnya law ni can only control external acts of human dan kamu kena faham has nothing to do with the internal thoughts and motive. So moral on the hand deals with entire human being, thought, etc. Example, contoh, morality demands that nobody should be jealous, dishonest, but the law does not bother about this internal thought of human. Cemburu, jealous, cemburu, dishonest, tidak jujur. Boleh tak seseorang buat satu kenyataan tidak jujur di mahkamah? Boleh. Tapi adakah undang-undang akan tahu? Tidak. Sebab tu kalau kamu tengok gambar-gambar filem-filem Tamil, itu selalunya keluar filem Tamil ke filem Hindustan, selalunya ketidakadilan dalam perundangan, di mana orang memberikan pengakuan palsu ramai-ramai. Akhirnya orang yang tak bersalah menjadi bersalah dihukum. Ini dikatakan scope morality. And then the third difference is what? Okay. Law and morality differ in their definitions and precisions. Ini perbezaan dari segi definisi dan ketepatan. Law has certain and precise as they made by the definite body. There's a definite authority to interpret the law. Maksudnya, apabila undang-undang itu dibuat, mesti ada satu pihak yang akan mengendalikan dan menterjemahkan undang-undang itu, iaitu mahkamah. Morality is a vague and indefinite. Maksudnya morality ini dia tidak boleh didefinisikan. Dia adalah sesuatu yang agak sukar kita nak jangka. Example, what is a moral to one person may be immoral to others. Contoh kita tengok, di barat lesbian dianggap biasa. Tapi di Malaysia, lesbian dengan bondan tidak dianggap biasa. Sebab tu kamu kena faham differ in sections. The section behind the law is the coercive power of the state. So the section behind the law is the coercive power of the state. Law is enforced by the power of the state. State sini masuk kepada kerajaan kerajaan persekutuan ataupun kerajaan negeri. On the other hand, moral rules are enforced by individuals. Ini moral rules are enforced by individuals, consigned or by the pressure of public opinions. Di sini kita lihat public opinion ialah netizen pendapat netizens yang akan menentukan apa yang betul, apa yang salah. So nevertheless, there's a close connection between law and morality. They have the same rules. Same rules. Both arise from the habit and experience of social life. Idea of right and wrong representing prevalent ethical standards, always to be categorized into law. So kamu kena faham satu lagi, ethical. So di sini kamu faham moral, ethics, and integrity. Moral ni di bawah, di atas moral, ethics. Di atas ethics ialah integrity. So di atas integrity is the law. It's the law. So when you see on this, you should understand. You just should understand that what's the law. What's the law? What the thing that we know or should know. Saya akan bincang pasal the state law. The highest law is the constitutional law. The highest law is the constitutional law. So, and then the second one in Malaysia is Undang-Undang Tubuh Negeri, the state law. So have a 13 state. So you should understand. Legislative in Parliament making the act. The act is on the constitutional law. But in the state legislative assembly, they make law, or we call it enactment. This enactment is called as Undang-Undang Tubuh Negeri. So each of the state is different of the enactments. State government headed by Menteri Besar with Sultan and Ketua Menteri. When the Ketua Menteri maksudnya tak ada no Sultan. Malay ruler may act under its discretions on foreign matters. Ini Sultan Raja Melayu. Appointment of Menteri Besar, withholding consent to request these solutions of legislative assembly. Head of Islam, appointment Hahias, consort, regent, consul. Ini maksudnya pelantikan pewaris, putera mahkota, apa sajalah yang mereka yang melibatkan apa yang melibatkan dengan keturunan raja. Okey. So ini adalah kuasa di bawah sultan. Okey. Kuasa di bawah sultan. So kuasa di bawah sultan, appointment menteri besar. You holding consent to request durations of legislative assembly. Assembly, legislative assembly maksudnya state lah. Head of Islam, appointment heirs, consort, regent and consuls of dia punya tu majority, dia punya majlis apa, dia punya majlis penasihat negeri dia lah.